All right, y'all. I just got back from the theater from seeing Fantastic Four First Steps, and I can say that this movie was fantastic.
Say that again?
Fantastic Four First Steps is the first movie in Marvel's Phase 6. The next three movies are Spider Man Brand New Day, Avengers Doomsday, and then finally Avengers Secret Wars. And of course, within that phase, we also have other TV shows like Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider Man Season 2, Eyes of Wakanda, and etc. Overall, I would say, for the most part, I enjoyed this film. I really, really did. We finally have Marvel's first family in the MCU. The film does not take place in the main MCU timeline. Instead, it actually takes place in a retro 1960s universe. This film does a really good job of also showing just how different this universe is and how different this world is from the main MCU timeline. They did a really good job with the character designs of these characters. Everyone looks like they're ripped straight out of a comic, especially Ben and Galactus. Ben has his huge unibrow, and Galactus actually has his human-like form. He's not a freaking big cloud like he was in Rise of the Silver Surfer. Speaking of Silver Surfer, the Silver Surfer is in this film, but it's not the one that we're all familiar with. It's not Norn Rad. It's actually Shala Ball, who is Norn Rad's wife in the comics, who also became a herald and Silver Surfer for Galactus. I was hesitant at first because I'm not a big fan when they, race or gender swap characters, but she's actually from the comics, so I really can't say that. But I actually really enjoyed her character. I did. And one of my gripes with this film is I felt like she wasn't in the film long enough. I actually wanted her to be in the film more than she was. And that could be due to the fact that this movie is not very long. It only has about an hour and 55-minute runtime, and about 5 or 6 minutes of that is from the credits. So the movie is actually pretty short and it's pretty fast paced. I really feel like this movie could have used an extra 10, maybe 15, maybe 20 minutes just to kind of flush out the story more. They did Galactus justice in this film. Like I said, he's not a freaking cloud. He actually looks like he's ripped straight out of the comic book. Since this is Marvel's first family, a big theme of this movie actually does revolve around family and the birth of Franklin Richards, who, if you don't know, is possibly or arguably one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel universe. I mean, bro has a whole range of powers. He has reality manipulation, he can create pocket universes, has demonstrated telepathy, telekinesis, and other abilities. So in simple terms, he's OP. Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm is definitely, I would say, the standout of this film. She definitely feels at the heart of this whole team. And I feel like the movie really does put an emphasis on that throughout this whole film. This is definitely the strongest and best Fantastic Four film that we've got. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed the first one from 2005, and I enjoyed the second one, Rise of the Silver Surfer, a little bit. And we're not even going to talk about the 2015 one. Michael B. Jordan couldn't even save that film. Another thing that I really, really enjoyed about this film is that it actually does feel like a family, unlike the other past films, which they didn't really feel like a family necessarily. Of course, like I mentioned, I wish we got to see more of Shala Ball, and I also wish the movie was longer than the runtime that we got. But the middle half of the film